Good morning, students. Today's class, we will talk about objectives of business. See, business has multiple objectives. One objective of profit making is the primary one, which we have spoken about. But how about other objectives? It's for excellence or for the survival. There are multiple objectives what business has to achieve. There are different types of needs and goals for each business firm, and in order to achieve excellence, these objectives are to be met by all the business organizations. And today's class will also talk about types of industries. And end of the session, you'll be able to explain various objectives of business, and also you will be able to identify various kinds of industries which are there in the economy. So let us start. Of economic objectives. Economic, which is related to money. The first one will be earning profits. So earning profit is mandatory. It's prime objective of every businessman. And what profit means? Excess of income over expenditure. So whatever you have uh, invested after taking out your expenditure, your investment, whatever left over is profit. Next is market standing. See, any business person would like to improve the share in the market. What does it mean? Suppose you have opened a restaurant. Initially, when you opened it, maybe you had 100 customers a day, right? But gradually, you would like to improve on this. You want more people to be to be coming to your restaurant. So that is how you will improve your market standing, and more number of customers are coming to you, right? So that is what market standing is. Then talking about innovation. See, continuously business has to innovate, needs to bring new things, you know, like suppose let us take the example of restaurant. You've opened a restaurant, and after 1 year or 2 years, there there is other competition in the market, and people have started going to that restaurant instead of coming to your own. So to retain your customers, you need to be continuously make, making innovations in your business. It could be new menu, maybe new decor of your restaurant, new ambience, anything. So new designs, better techniques, better variety of food, what you're offering. So all these things will come under innovation. Talking about optimum utilization of resources. Most important because resources are limited. Whatever you have, your human resources, your material, capital, machinery, everything needs to be used in the best possible manner so that business can get maximum benefit from their resources. The next is improving productivity. Productivity is related to efficiency here. Every business enterprise must aim to increase the productivity. What does it mean? That how it will be achieved? It will achieve by reducing wastages and making efficient use of machines, equipments, and whatever resources you have. So again, this is very important. So these were the economic objectives. Now, talking about social objectives. Very important. Why? Because business you are doing to fulfill human needs, but to fulfill the needs of the society. So you need to do something for the society as well. What all things you should do, let us understand. Quality goods and services at fair prices. Whatever you're offering, even food in your restaurant should be of good quality. Yes, people should not fall sick eating your food. Here are a few examples, like if anybody is buying electrical goods, we look for ISI mark, then FU mark on food products, hallmark on jewelry. So all these is business house responsibility that they give quality goods and even the price should be fair. Now, avoidance of anti-social and unfair trade practices like hoarding, black marketing, adulteration, all these are anti-social unfair practices and which needs to be avoided. Even some companies, they mislead their customers, giving false claims and advertisements and exploit people. So that is again an unfair trade practice. Next is generation of employment. Of course, this is the best thing what any business house or an entrepreneur does, generating employment. The employment is the biggest problem these days, and business provides employment to more and more people living in the country, right? So that is the best thing, and that's why the government is also promoting people, those who are entrepreneurs. Now these small startup companies and other things are in these days. Why? Because they are somehow generating employment for the people. Now, employee welfare, if your employees are happy, as I told you, they are valuable assets for the company. You can have two companies can have similar machines, similar infrastructure. What will make difference is the people, those who are working for them. So, taking care of employees, giving them good working conditions, fair wages, and other facilities like fringe benefits, we call them housing, medical, entertainment, all these are part of social objectives, right? Now let us discuss the types of business. Now business can be done in, can be classified, broadly classified into two terms, that is industry and commerce. And then industry, which we are going to discuss today, can be broadly classified into primary industries, secondary industries, and tertiary industries. What basically industries are, if I ask? Industries are where production is done using the raw material or any kind of production activities done in industry, right? So this can be related to producing or processing of goods and as well as breeding and raising of animals. So let us understand each type in detail. Now, on your screen, you can see these three types of industries. Okay, the first one is the primary. These industries extract raw materials directly from the earth or sea. Natural resources are involved here. Okay, and then comes the secondary, where process and manufacturing of products takes place using the raw materials. Okay, and then comes the tertiary. This is basically provides service. Service sector is tertiary sector. Now talking about primary industry. Primary industries are basically those industries, uh, as I told you, through which the natural resources are used to provide raw materials for other industries. For example, milk. Okay, now dairy, dairy farming or genetic, we call it, it is part of genetic industry. Now milk is produced and it is used as raw materials for the industries, those who are making milk products, right? Like Amul. Amul is making milk products basically. So this is what primary industries are, and can be other examples: mining, mineral extraction, forestry, fishing, all these are primary industries. Now talking about class, these again out of two types, extractive and genetic. Extractive industry refers to those industries under which something is extracted out of the earth, water or air. Examples are coal, iron, gas, right? Farming, mining, lumbering, hunting, fishing, all these are extractive industry. Now, genetic, those industries under which breeding of animals and vegetables are improved and breed of animals and vegetables are improved and made more useful, like poultry, dairy farming, fish hatchery, cattle breeding, all these are part of genetic industry, right? So let us talk about secondary industry now. Secondary industry is basically the production, where production takes place. Okay, production, cotton is a primary industry, right, where cotton is produced in the agriculture sector, that is primary. And manufacturing is cloth out of cotton, right? So cloth is made in secondary industry, that is. Now again, secondary industry can be classified into four parts. The first one is analytical. Analytic industry. Different things are manufactured out of one material, like petrol, diesel, gasoline. All these products are coming from crude oil. So this is what is the example of analytic. Then comes processing, where useful things are manufactured by making the raw material to pass through different production process, like steel, iron ore, sugar, paper industries. Different stages they pass, the raw material is passed through till we get the final product. Then comes synthetic. Many raw materials are mixed to produce more useful production. Sorry, it's product, useful product, like two chemicals are mixed to make a new product, like paints, cosmetics, cement. These are the examples. Now the assembling industries. Assembling means you assemble various parts, like computers, right? People used to make, a few years back, people was selling assembled computers, wherein they were using different parts and assembling together, right? Now in case of electronics, basically also cars, watches, all these are manufactured in assembling industry. Okay, and then comes construction industry. That's the second type of secondary industry. First was manufacturing, and the second type is construction industry. In construction industries, what happens? The construction happens, buildings, dams, bridges, roads, all these are examples of construction industries. Now, the last one, that is tertiary industry, which is also known as tertiary sector or a service sector. All services which help business to run smoothly, like transportation, warehousing, insurance, banking, advertising, all these are examples of service industry. This we also will be doing in detail when we will do commerce, right? And this is the end of today's class. Let us just recap. We did industries, primary industry, secondary industry, and tertiary. Primary is of two types: genetic industry, extractive industry. Then secondary industry further classified into manufacturing and construction. And manufacturing is further classified into analytical, synthetical, processing, and assembling industry. Hope you have understood. Kindly go through the topic in your textbook also for better understanding. That's it for today. Thank you.